Hello, I'm Kevin from the Spellbound Bead Company, and in today's video I'll be showing you how to make this simple letter bead necklace. To make our necklace we'll need the following components. We have a selection of letter beads to spell out a message, some size 6 seed beads in red to tie in with our 40th anniversary, our ruby anniversary which we've been celebrating, some stranded wire beading thread for the letters to fit onto, some cotton thong which will form the arms of the necklace after we've put the letters onto the wire, and a selection of findings. So to begin with, we need to put a little loop on the end of the stranded wire beading thread. To create this, we put the wire into a French crimp, pick the wire back through, push it until you get the loop of the required size, and just squash this flat with a pair of flat nose pliers. From here we need to thread the beads that we want to spell our words out. Now this all harks back to the days before the time we had a shop where me and Julie used to make our living by going around to different student unions every day, just meeting the needs of the students and their requirements, and often that would entail spelling names onto bracelets or to necklaces. And in this case we'll do something relevant to our little business and the fact we've made it to 40 years. So let's start with an S. Thread the words as we mean to go on. In this case, as you can probably already see, this is going to spell, to no one's great surprise, Spellbound. Oh, in the background you can hear one of our two dogs walking away in the garden. We've got two dogs, a Labrador, not a Labrador, we've got two dogs, a Labradoodle, it's called Indy, and a little, probably looks like Nasha from the Beano, who we got from Bosnia. She's called Molly. We call her our Bosnian bear because she does resemble a bear as well. They're two happy hairy dogs, but they have a tendency to bark or sigh while Julie's doing her videos, and they're just proving the point there again. As I say, this really does take us back to a time when we had just stopped selling jewellery at craft fairs. This is back in the late 80s, early 90s. We were just really deciding how to push the business forward. So me and Julie said, well, there's probably an untapped market in students who like beads, so off we went. 4 or 5 days a week for about 4 years, just pitching up in student unions, and at break times the students would all come out in numbers and be several stands, some places bigger than others. And we'd have a couple of hours of frantic selling, hopefully, and then we'd pack up about 2:30 and be back home by 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and do it all again the day after. And it wasn't a bad way of keeping money ticking over. In fact, the business progressed quite nicely to the point where we're getting quite tired of travelling around every day. So let's set up a base. And we looked around, and Lichfield seemed like a nice place to set up a business. We also looked at places like Stratford upon Avon and Sutton Coldfield as well. But in the end, Lichfield seemed to have more appeal than most of the others, so we put ourselves there That was in 1995, and here we are, some 29 years later, still supplying beads for folks, and very happy to be doing so. And you can see now I've almost put all the words I need to, and numbers in this case. And to say what has happened to us in the overlapping years, it should quite easily say Spellbound is 40. Right, put one more red bead on at the end. I'll tidy that little message up, and we do as we did before. Put a little French crimp, tiny bead, just made to be squashed flat onto the thread. Pick the end back through it and pass it through a couple of more beads on the way back to make the connection more secure. Make sure the beads are all tight up against it and pull it tight. Like that. Make sure everything's nice and flat. There's a bit of give in it so we can shape it into a necklace. And as before, squash the end flat. There, we have our little message saying Spellbound is 40. Right, trim the excess bit of wire off that tiger tail to just tidy everything up there. And now we need to insert the cotton, which will form the arms of the necklace, into one of the box ends. Slide the cotton thong through, and using flat nose pliers, let's put one end, squash it flat, and turn it over, do the same. To create a little arm. Do the same on the other side. Again, cut the cotton to a point to make it slightly easier to grab hold of. Push it into the end. You've got a little point to hang on to with your finger there, or your thumb in this case. Fold the one end of the thread over and do the same with the other side. Like that. Then we need to get a small jump ring. It must be said, I've not done this sort of thing for many a long year, so to say I'm ring rusty is an understatement, but time was when I was doing this as a regular occurrence. Slide one end of your necklace in there, close your little jump ring up, and do the same on the other side. Once I've forgotten how to do it, but as I just said, it's not been something I've had occasion to do for quite some time. Making sure to close your lip up properly. And then to this point, we have your necklace now joined to the cotton thong. What we need to do next is to measure roughly how long you need to be the necklace to be. So make sure the necklace is centered. point you require it to be. Now I'll just put this around my neck briefly. I reckon we need to lose about that much to make it work properly. So trim the ends off. And to finish the necklace off, we just attach the clasp with a larger jump ring at the end for the clasp to sit into. So as before, we need a couple of box ends. Insert the cotton into the box end, fold your end over so it traps the cotton. And do the same for this other side. Thread into the box end, grab onto it. Squeeze down and repeat the other side. And all we need to do to finish the necklace off is to join the clasp and the jump ring on the other side, using a jump ring each time to do this. Clasping like so. Close that up. And the same for the other side. Just open up your jump ring, pop a larger ring in, close it all up. There you have a little necklace. Can spell it anything you so desire. Simple, and anyone can do that. Thank you for joining me. It's the first time behind the camera and on these little instruction videos, and I've enjoyed trying to explain to you. Hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. Bye.